We will be there.
Because everything's depressing right now.
I can't even find the words.
You're racist.
Hello, my friends. Welcome to the show. So glad you could be here today. Listen, we've got a great show planned for you as always. But first, we need to thank today's sponsor. It is at Melissa Sullivan, 58.99. Thank you very much, Melissa, for your ongoing support and for deciding to sponsor today's episode. It is much appreciated. And I hope you are having an absolutely wonderful day. We have a lot of liberal madness to get to, my friends, including a lady that just has so much rage. She can't handle it, apparently. We're going to be talking about some revenge talk, deportations, a Muslim lady that is apparently she's explaining proper etiquette to American men. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. And then, of course, we've got full-blown chaos and public meltdowns to get to, ending with a sweet story about a little girl who loses everything in a hurricane. We'll find out what happens to her. So stick with me, my friends. It's going to be a wild ride, and we're jumping into that liberal pool of madness right now. So sit back, relax, and buckle up. We're about to enter the Lib Zone.
I am just so full of rage and
Anything else?
This gut wrenching. I don't even know. I can't even find the words.
It's probably rage.
To properly, adequately describe this feeling. Anybody else feel the same? Do y'all feel like we're living in this really up fever dream?
No. Not at all.
It's just never ending. I can barely function, y'all. I can barely function. There's just this cloying,
Rage?
gnawing
Rage?
thing.
Oh, okay. I thought it was rage, but...
And I know it's rage.
Oh, okay.
I've
Good.
never felt this amount of rage in my life. It's crazy making.
And also, I believe if you are a white person and you feel no personal guilt or shame for the fact that slavery happened,
none.
You're racist.
Oh, gosh.
If you feel no responsibility for that, if you've ever said the words, I never owned a slave, you're racist. Because you don't care. You have no empathy. You have no capability of understanding why black people could just be off-put by white people, why it is your responsibility as a white person to dismantle racism. You're racist.
Well, I gotta be honest with you, my friends. In my normal everyday life, the sentence, I've never owned a slave, was never uttered by me. And I don't think anybody else that is sane would have said anything similar either. That, the people that are white, of course, because... black people never owned slaves. So anyways, yeah, that lady was just, she's mental. Let's, speaking of mental, let's watch another of these deranged nurses and what their true feelings are towards President Trump. Let's check this lady out. She's a treat.
I just got another alert on my iWatch, special Apple News alert, and I'm very excited. Another death. It's not him. So much for that bit of excitement.
I wish we lived in a world where Thomas Crooks didn't miss.
I wish we lived in a world where women didn't buy gigantic, oversized glasses. How about that?
Let me tell you something. I just saw a guy on here talking about we ain't never going to let MAGAs forget what they've done and what they supported when this is all over. I will call you out until the day I die for what you have done and supported for what has been done to the people of this country.
made their neighborhood safer by getting rid of rapists and murderers and pedophiles and a whole host of other bad things that these bad hombres have done. Yeah, making America safe again. I'm all for it, but apparently you're not.
Because when that man finally kicks the bucket and y'all want to act like you didn't support this, we will be there to remind you that you did.
Yeah,
I
do
just
support
wanted
it.
cheap gas. Shut the fuck up. When you are embarrassed to tell your grandchildren and your great-grandchildren what side of history you were on,
I will do that with great pride.
we will be there to tell them it was you. Because the internet is forever, baby. And if y'all think you about to run away from this one, it ain't gonna happen again. Y'all ran away from supporting slavery, but y'all not running from this.
What are you talking about, lady? Who do you think actually freed the slaves? It definitely wasn't the Southern Democrats of that time. No. It was the North. It was the Republicans. And here's an interesting little thing, lady, that apparently you didn't know. President Obama and Clinton actually have deported more people than President Trump has. And let's hear it from the horse's mouth, literally.
More people were deported under my husband and Barack Obama without killing American citizens and without putting children into detention camps than were in the first Trump term or this first year of Trump's second term. It went too far. It's been disruptive and destabilizing, and it needs to be fixed in a humane way with secure borders that don't torture and kill people.
Yeah, and why is it that there was no issues when your husband was president or when Obama was president? Well, that's because the news didn't stoke the flames and whip everybody up into a frenzy, telling all these weak-minded liberals that the Nazis and the Gestapo are in your city, snagging people off the streets, torturing them, and sending them off to die in prisons, okay? That never happened on your husband's watch or Obama's watch. And yeah, it's sad that you have to do it now because needless chaos and deaths have occurred.
Yesterday, this family drove by me and their windows were down, and a little girl like stuck her head out the window and was waving to me, and she goes, "Hola." And I looked at her and I looked at her parents. And I looked right back at her and I said, "Hola, ¿cómo estás? Like, ¿cómo te llamas?" And her parents were like,
No way.
You know why I did
Didn't
that?
happen.
Because I'm not a racist. That's why. I love Spanish-speaking people, and I'm trying to learn Spanish myself. So, yeah, I got to practice and show that I was a good human being.
And that I'm delusional because that didn't happen. Hey, if you're enjoying the show, please support the channel by buying a hot chocolate because the Lib Zone runs on it.
Little perk of being polyamorous, my wife and their partner are out at a vampire ball.
Of course they are.
As a little Valentine's date. And so that means I got to stay home by myself and take some fat rips and watch some really depressing video essays because everything's depressing right now. And I painted my nails and I'm getting to eat the chocolates that my wife's partner got them for Valentine's Day.
What a dick move. You don't eat their chocolate. Go get your own chocolate. They didn't get you any chocolate in this awesome relationship you're in? Seems kind of rude on their part.
But now I get to eat them and enjoy the pretty flowers. It's been like a win-win weekend.
You're creepy.
I just got a new vagina 2.5 days ago. It's Valentine's Day. I'm still in the hospital and I have no one to share it with. What do I do now?
Well, I'm pretty sure the answer to that question is go get therapy right now.
Fun fact, trans women also get periods.
Really?
Yes.
You get a period?
Yes.
What?
I get monthly cycles.
You get monthly cycles?
Yep.
No, you
so
don't.
the lining of your uterine wall is falling apart.
I get
draining.
That's
Your uterine wall.
See, this is the fun part. Due to not having a uterus,
Oh.
the weird part is I still get the cramps, but I just don't get the.
Are you sure it's just not from Lupron messing with your body?
Oh, what?
I said, are you sure it's just not the Lupron messing with your body?
Oh, no, it's an actual
You don't think
period.
so?
Yeah, I got
have
the
a period.
full-on, like, emotional cycles and everything.
Yeah, but you're saying you have a period, though.
I do, yes.
But you don't have any blood leaving you. There's no thinning of the uterine lining, which is
True.
what a period is. And some of the result of a period are cramping.
Yes.
So you have similar symptoms to a period, but you don't have the period at all. You have no period because you're a man.
Oh, jeez. Wow.
This is the kind of man who feels entitled to use a women's restroom. This behavior is called infantilism, and it used to be considered a psychological disorder, but now it's essentially a sexual identity. And as we all know, we are expected to respect this man's desire to wear a diaper and drink from a baby bottle in public. So in an effort to not get banned from social media, I'm just going to remind parents out there that if you see someone like him going into a women's restroom with your daughter, you cannot be a good parent from a prison cell.
And up next is a really good example of exactly what the mainstream media and the left and the Democrats in general, this is the division they have created with these weak-minded liberal sheep, and they have absolutely brainwashed these people. This young lady, well, actually, I guess maybe it's a guy. I'm not even sure. But in any case, this person is still living with their parents and totally throwing her, I'm going to say her, I'm just going to say her, throw her parents under the bus. And even though they're completely supporting this woman, and she just absolutely has no respect. This woman, cuckoo, she's gone. Let's take a look.
You lived your entire life.
Here with
Mom
you,
and Dad.
and you support a pedophile.
Your 6-year-old son, what's the only home he's ever known? Grandma,
sure.
Grandpa's. Why? Because you're incapable of existing.
And you
don't
support
have
Ice and
you're
Trump,
dumb.
right? You support Ice and Trump?
Absolutely.
Okay,
I
well,
love
then
kids and my grandkids.
no, you support a pedophile. And someone kicking out
idiot.
immigrants, which are doing shit to people.
You're an idiot.
No, they're making
You're
you
an
believe
idiot.
the immigrants are doing the bad shit.
You're an idiot.
It's the big
I
people
have
on the
been
top.
building houses my entire life.
I don't
You're an idiot.
care.
It has gotten
No.
hard because of the
Yeah,
Mexican.
go get a real job then, bitch.
It's hard to get a
Go
job
get a
because
real
of
job.
them.
No, it's not.
What do you think
Why don't you get a job, lady? Just give that a shot for once.
your son's going to do?
You only have a hard time getting a job because you're in
What do you think
construction.
your son's
They're doing
gonna
all the
do?
hard work
What
for
is your son gonna
kidneys.
do?
Stop bringing my son
What
into
is
this.
his kid's gonna
Don't
do?
bring my son into
Yes,
this.
it matters.
No, it doesn't.
Beyond today, you
No.
moron.
Because after this, you
You're
lick.
an idiot. You're
Look at
stupid.
boots.
You can't help
You
seeing
lick boots. You lick boots.
Are you retarded?
Bootlicker. Bootlicker.
You're the
You
only
support
one
a pedophile. You support children getting deported away from their families.
You're an idiot.
You.
You are
Fuck you.
fucking idiot
Fuck
if you
Trump.
believe
Fuck
that.
ICE. I
You're
do
a
believe that.
fucking idiot.
Go ahead. Trump, you support ICE. You're dumb.
Oh, you idiot.
Bootlicker. You're a bootlicker.
Jeez.
Yeah, fuck
You know
It's
what?
so sad.
Get any of your people to me, and I will show you the bootlicker.
No, you're the
Because y'all a
bootlicker.
bunch of mouthy little pussies.
No,
to begin
we're
with.
the ones that are gonna
Y'all all
stand up
live at
and
home
take
with your
this country
parents,
back.
but
Fuck
you
you.
can't do anything.
No, y'all can't do anything because you're too busy working for.
Idiots.
That's what keeps you busy.
Your
They keep
son
you working.
deserves better.
Yeah, better than this.
Your son deserves
This is
better.
a terrible
Yes, he
family.
does.
He doesn't deserve to be in this family. You.
You need to grow up and you need to be
You
responsible.
Oh, you want to be in this too?
I don't care. You need to be responsible for your child.
Yeah, well, you support Trump and
She
ICE.
has never provided him
that
with
is
anything.
nothing. That has nothing to do with this.
She has
Yes, it
provided
does.
him with
No,
nothing.
it doesn't.
Do you support ICE? Do you support
This
Trump?
has nothing to do with
Do
that.
you
This
support
has
ICE?
nothing
Yes,
to
it
do with
does.
that. You need to be protecting
No.
your child.
I am protecting my child.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
You're with a pedophile.
No, I'm not.
Then don't.
No, I'm not.
You support ICE?
No, I don't. Look, that
Then
has
stop
nothing to do
fighting
with
for
ICE
them.
or Trump.
Yes,
has
it
to do
does.
With you protecting
No.
your son. You are not
No.
being responsible.
Yes, I am.
No, you are not.
Yes, I am. You're
no,
not.
You're not.
Yeah, sure.
What do you do for work?
After that little meltdown with her family, totally, like I said, throwing them under the bus, she makes this absolutely absurd video because she is in fear of her life because she thinks her parents are going to murder her for disagreeing with them and their ideology. Anyways, let's check out her little I'm never going to commit suicide video.
Okay, so I'm making this video for my own protection. So I am not suicidal. I don't want to die. I have a full life to live and I'm happy. But I just outed my parents for Trump and ICE supporters. So if anything happens to me, it's...
What?
I don't know. So I'm just
What?
putting this out there for my own safety.
What is going to happen to you? Nothing. Nothing. They're not going to physically harm you or your son at all. So let's just Let's be clear about that. Let's live in reality for once.
Not suicidal. I'm a great mother, and I have no bad things to do to anyone whatsoever. I was using my freedom of speech, playing music, and since they support Trump and ICE, they got so mad, and now they're kicking me out. So
Wow,
I'm just staying
shocker.
this here for my own safety, my own protection. Okay, bye guys.
And wow, what a beautiful young lady. My gosh. Ay, ay, ay.
Yo, I don't give a shit about politics, bro, but you know what? I'm trying to sleep, dude. Shut the up! I'm trying to sleep! I'm trying to sleep!
Wow.
I'm trying to sleep!
That would be really annoying. Jeez. Poor guy.
Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head.
I think having Cybertrucks as police vehicles is a brilliant move because every time one of these idiots gets arrested, their triggering will be compounded because they'll realize, oh no, I've been put in the back seat of a Nazi car. Remember, my friends, it is super easy to become part of the Producers Club and enjoy ad-free episodes every day. Just hit join down in the description.
I came out to my mom at age 4 as a girl.
Doubt it.
And
What did you say?
I said, I think God made a mistake and put a boy into, or a girl into a boy's body. And, you know, she said, God doesn't make mistakes.
Yeah, she's completely correct. God does not make mistakes.
But, you know, a number of years later, we made it to where we needed to be. But I want them to know that we are not monsters. We are not trying to do anything but just get by and to live authentically. And I think anyone should, you know, try to support someone who is just trying their best and wants to be the best version of themselves. And for me, that is absolutely my womanhood. And no matter what my passport or the administration says, I am a woman, and I feel really proud of it. And that's something that I'm still learning and growing every day in.
Yeah, and the fact that you're still learning about this transition that apparently you made when you were 4 just proves you know that you're lying to yourself. Up next is a master class in trolling. I hope more people do this to these idiotic protesters out there in the streets. I think it's pretty funny, and I wish they would actually somehow video the reaction when they open up the pizza boxes, because I think that would be even more hysterical. Check it out.
Hey, I got y'all a pizza, bro. Y'all want a pizza here? Hey, this shit empty. Oh, shit. This shit empty. You're welcome, you're welcome. Yeah, you're welcome.
Up next is a meme that shows exactly the absurdity of what the Democrats are trying to sell everybody, gaslight everybody concerning the SAVE Act. Let's take a look. Will you marry me? No, I want to be able to vote. And here is Obama giving some serious shade to Gavin Newsom. And I don't know where this Obama has been the whole time, but I hope this guy sticks around a little bit longer. Check it out.
We should also recognize that the average person, doesn't want to have to navigate around a tent city in the middle of downtown. That's a losing political strategy. Morally, ethically speaking, it is an atrocity that in a country this wealthy, we have people just on the streets.
Are aliens real?
They're real, but I haven't seen them, and they're not being kept in, what is it?
Area 51?
Area 51. There's no underground facility unless there's this enormous conspiracy and they hid it from the President of the United States.
Breaking news. Apparently, Obama said that aliens are real, but I think some people got to him and he had to backpedal that real quick, saying, I saw no evidence during my presidency that extraterrestrials have made contact with us. Really? Yeah, no jokes. For reals. They're not real. I'm just totally joking. Sheesh. So Gavin and Whitmer and AOC flew on over to Munich, Germany for the conference over there and absolutely embarrassed the United States. AOC has no idea what's going on with foreign policies. She has now become the queen of word salad, and here is President Trump, well, stating his utter disappointment in these buffoons that think they're going to try to become president in 2028. Let's check it out.
I watched AOC answering questions in Munich. This was not a good look for the United States. I watched Gavin Newsom answering questions in Munich, and this was a bad look for our country. This was a bad. These two people are incompetent, and at least Hillary's competent.
And this is just a little sampling of what AOC said at this conference. She is an idiot. I hope and pray she never becomes president.
My favorite part was when he said that American cowboys came from Spain.
I thought they came from Winnetou, but
I believe the Mexicans and descendants of African enslaved peoples would like to have a word on that. It is not a remark on who Maduro was as a leader. He canceled elections. He was an anti-democratic leader. That doesn't mean that we can kidnap a head of state and engage in acts of war just because the nation is below the equator.
Would and should the U.S. actually commit U.S. troops to defend Taiwan if China were to move?
You know, I think that this is such a, you know, I think that this is of course a very long-standing policy.
Well, are you retarded? And pillage and murder. It's disgusting fake religion, and you are going to go to hell unless you repent with them. Sick and disgusting religion. That's why everybody hates Iran, the RGC regime, and your stupid Palestine. Palestine isn't a country. It's not on the map for a reason. You need Jesus. Wicked devils, God bless your dirty hearts. Find Jesus Christ. Find the real God who saves, not destroys.
So you're telling American men to bend the knee to Muslim culture, even though we're in America. Just a minute. Let me write that in my things I don't give an F about notebook. She's explaining how women in predominantly Muslim countries feel vulnerable simply because a Muslim man stands behind them in broad daylight in a public place. What should that tell you about a culture based in Islam? I think that should tell us quite a bit. Noted. Won't hold a door or acknowledge their existence. Easy peasy. Woman cutting her birthday cake in Iran, 1973, which is the year I was born, just 5 years before the Islamic Revolution. Okay, well let's see what's going on. Okay, yeah, if I saw this picture, I'd have absolutely no idea where it's taken. Definitely, I wouldn't say it was taken in Iran, especially how things are going, you know, nowadays. So where's your garb? Also, where's all your male folks that would actually allow you to use these electronic devices? So do not care. I'm not going to adapt to any Islamic anything. Sorry. I'm done with it. Yeah. And this is the picture that he attached with that posting. I think that pretty much says it all. I'm the infidel Allah warned you about. So true. And here's some more of that New York City Mom Donnie magic. That little extra touch of care that he gives to his city since becoming mayor. Let's check it out.
I really just had to stop and record this because this not crazy. Bro, it's shit everywhere. I only walked like 2 blocks and it's shit everywhere. Like, I cannot make this up. This shit don't make no sense. Hold on, because this not even, this a cleaner part. Let me get back to...
Bro. This sidewalk is filled with shit. Like, this is ridiculous. I'm scared I'm gonna step in it. But yo, I ain't never.
And here's a nice tour of part of Portland. Just another reminder that people on the left don't know how to run a state. Check it out.
Just passing through.
All right, my friends, let's watch a couple of random videos from around the internet. This first one shows a particular skill set that personally I have never seen. Let me know if you've ever seen this before. Check it out. And up next is a little reminder, a PSA, if you will, on the importance of not pouring water on a grease fire, because you're about to see exactly what happens. And now, after the noise. So here's the story of the little girl who got saved after hurricane. Let's check that out. A little baby girl named Kala lost everything in a deadly hurricane, including her dad. That's so sad. The police officer, Rowan Mercer, pictured with her, managed to save her. Each day he visited her in the hospital. He would bring her toys and her favorite snacks. He ended up adopting her and becoming her dad. Oh my gosh, that's so sweet. Kala grew up and became a police officer just like her adoptive father. Wow, this is a heartwarming story of kindness, compassion, filled with beautiful acts of love. Yes, it is. And here's the rest of After the Noise.
You need a quick pick-me-up, this is for you. Here are some happy highlights of the week in case you missed them. First, Truffles the cat works at a children's optical shop, and she wears glasses to help kids feel more confident about wearing theirs. And she even has her own very special pair for colorblindness. Second, Nubs the chicken has a collection of boots to help him walk due to a foot injury. He's been in chicken physical therapy for a while, and it worked. And after losing his ability to walk a few months ago, he's back to looking fashionable in his boots. Next, a Great Dane named Colonel befriended an elderly couple on a hike, and the couple started to feel like Colonel's adopted grandparents. After sadly losing her husband earlier this year, Grandma now joins Colonel for weekly organized hikes, giving her a fulfilling routine that she loves. Fourth, a man spent 4 days camping out to rescue this dog he saw eating trash at an Arizona gas station, even though he was a 26-hour drive from home at the time. The rescue was successful, and she's now living her best life in Minnesota. Fifth, when a stray dog kept hanging out outside of a Hyundai dealership, the manager decided to adopt and hire him, and now he's a top-performing sales dog with his own indoor office. And last but not least, a squirrel scored a touchdown in a Penn State, West Virginia football game and united both sides of the crowd.
Well, I hope you enjoyed the show today, and thank you for everyone that subscribed, and also thank you for everyone that became members. I will be creating some sort of graphic right around here-ish. It's going to be showing the executive producers. That's one of the extra perks that they get. And until the next episode, my friends, stay safe and know that you are loved and appreciated. And until we meet again, have a great day.
I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear.